Today we are going to talk about capsule filling. We have a capsule, hard capsule shell with a size 0. We are going to fill it with a drug 0.2 grams. That will be 200 milligram. And we are going to complete it with lactose, which is the diluent. We call it complementary diluent. But really we don't know how much we need. Also, we have to mix the lactose and the drug together. So the first step, we are going to take 2 empty shells, and because we are going to take the average between them, we are going to weigh them. Then we are going to fill them with just lactose, that will be non-medicated capsule with the shell. Then we are going to subtract the weight of empty shell, that we will get the non-medicated capsule without the shell, enable us to judge or decide what we'll do next. Okay, we have 2 empty shells. We are going to mark them, because really after that I will take the average values using a marker. This is 1 and this is 2. As we said before, we are going to fill it just with lactose, which is the diluent, and weigh it. Before that, I will go to weigh the empty shell and record the result. This is for capsule 1.09, for capsule 2, that is 0.11 gram. Then I'm going to fill it just with lactose and reweigh it. But the filling is just for the body and not the cap. I will take a small amount of paper. I do upward filling with lactose, and to make my result constant or consistent, I'm going to make tapping, resembling what happened in the factory, just 3 times once. 1, 2, 3. Refill it again up to the rim mark and close it. This will be the weight of non-medicated capsule with the shell. I'm going to subtract the weight of the shell after that. I will do the second one. Tapping 3 times at once, then refill it again. Close it, get rid of the excess powder and reweigh it again. Okay. What we did right now, we weigh the empty shells of 2 capsules, 0.09 and 0.11. Then we fill it just with lactose to make non-medicated capsule with the shell. The first one weigh is 0.45. We subtract the weight of the shell to get just 0.36, which is the weight of non-medicated shell without non-medicated capsule without the shell. The second one, the weight is 0.5. We subtract the weight of the shell, we get 0.39. We do average calculation between these two to minimize the error. It will be 0.38. So the weight of non-medicated capsule just filled with lactose, no drug, is 0.38 grams. We have to think, what will be the amount of the complementary diluent? We can do this calculation by subtracting the weight of non-medicated capsule just filled with lactose by the weight of the drug, which is 0.2, to get 0.18 gram of diluent. That's incorrect calculation and thinking, because really the drug and lactose are different totally from their bulk density, and also we have a third bulk density, which is the mixture between them. So the second step will be adding insufficient quantity of lactose, and we'll do trial and error. And 1.8, this 0.18, that will give us a clue about the starting point on the trial and error. We are going to do in our experiment the same amount of the drug for the lactose, and we call it insufficient amount. So insufficient amount for one capsule will be the first trial 0.2 gram, because really we are not able to do filling just for 0.2. We are afraid of wastage, so we want to magnify the amount, so we are multiply that by 5 times just to get a lot of powder, enables us not to waste it. Okay, but the correct amount of the drug we already know it, which is 0.2. As I said before, insufficient diluent, it's the same amount of the drug for the first trial. So by multiplying 0.2 by 5, I will get 1 gram of insufficient diluent and 1 gram of the drug. And I will mix it using geometrical technique. Then, after emptying of our 2 shells, I'm going to add the amount of the mixture suitable for just 1 capsule out of 5. I'm going to divide the 2 grams by 5 to get 0.4 gram of the mixtures and fill it. If it is the correct amount, it will get to the rim after doing the tapping. If it is less, I have to repeat the whole amount by adding more than 0.2. But just to do it for just 1 trial, if this amount is less than I need, I'm going to refill it again with a diluent. I know that it is not correct completely, but it is suitable right now. I will weigh 1 gram of the diluent lactose. It is suitable for 5 capsules. As I said before, I want to magnify the amount, enable me to manage the whole amount correctly. Okay, this is 1 gram of lactose and 1 gram of the drug. This is my drug. Okay, this is 1 gram of the drug. The next step, I'm going to mix these equivalent amount of the drug and diluent, and both here will lose their own bulk density to get the bulk density of the mixture, which is different from both the pure lactose and pure drug. So my task here is just to fill each capsule from my capsule, pre-used capsule, emptied with 0.4 gram. So I will do it with a certain technique. I'm going to get the cap off and take this instrument and put it on the balance, and I'm going to zero it so I can get rid of the weight of the shell really. And I'm going using this funnel as a stand. Okay, I'm going to zero it again. If I'm going to take off the shell, it will give me minus. If I'm going to put it again, it will give me a 0. That is, I'm getting rid of the weight of the shell and the funnel. So my task is to get the shell, not working with the balance, leave it in the minus and add amount haphazardly of the mixture, and I'm hoping to be 0.4. So I'm not I don't know what is the amount here, but if I'm going to put my shell here, it will give me the amount of the mixture inside. It is more than 0.4, so I'm going to take a little bit and put it again. Okay, this is 0.4. As I said before, I'm going to tap it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And there is a space between the rim because I don't want to make another trial. I'm going just to fill it with lactose up to the rim and close it. I'm going to take the funnel and re-zero it and weight the whole capsule with the shell, and this will be the medicated capsule with the shell. I do the same step again with the second capsule. I'm going to do the same step for the second capsule and zero the whole apparatus with the funnel and the body, and take a haphazard amount of the mixture, 2-gram mixture. I need only 0.4. Put it again on the funnel. It will be Okay, this 0.4. Okay, I do tapping 3 times and refill it again up to the turn mark to the rim and close it and re-weight a hole to get that medicated with the shell. This is for the second capsule. Okay. The third step, we obtain the weight of a medicated capsule with the shell. This is the first one. We subtract the weight of empty shell, we get 0.5. And the second capsule, the weight of medicated with the shell, 0.69. And we get, after subtraction, the weight of medicated without the shell, 0.5. We calculate the average between these two. So we get the medicated capsule with the shell. To know the weight of complementary diluent that we want to obtain really to enable us to magnify the formula, we can subtract the weight of medicated capsule as the average without the shell from the weight of the drug. We get 0.45 minus 0.2. This will be 0.34 grams. And that what we need really for doing our formula. Just multiplication with the needed amount of capsule. We need 200 capsule. We can multiply 0.2 with 200 and 0.34 grams of lactose by 200 and calculate them, weigh them, mix them, and fill the capsule. But really, sometimes we are going to save these results for another time without doing a trial and error. So we are going to save our results in two values, bulk density factor or displacement value. These are correlated together, they are reciprocal of each other. About bulk density factor, it is the weight of the drug divided by the weight of displaced diluent. The displacement value is the reciprocal of bulk density factor, which is the weight of displaced diluent divided by the weight of the drug. To know what is the weight of displaced diluent, just look here. If I have this is non-medicated capsule without the shell, which is weight 0.38. If I'm going to add the weight of the drug, which is 0.2 here, I'm going to displace it by displace the weight of the diluent. How many grams of the diluent I'm going to get out from that non-medicated capsule in order to put 0.2 grams of the drug? That will be by subtracting the weight of non-medicated capsule by the complementary diluent in order to get the weight of displaced diluent. Because really, the non-medicated capsule is composed of lactose. I can rename it as such, or the complementary diluent and the displaced diluent. Okay, displaced diluent and complementary, both are diluents. Displaced diluent is displacing the drug, and complementary diluent will complete the amount of that capsule in order to form a medicated capsule. So, by calculating the weight of displaced diluent, which will be the weight of non-medicated capsule without the shell as average, minus the weight of complementary diluent, I will get the weight of displaced diluent. Okay, then calculating the bulk density factor by dividing these two values, I will get 5 times. Or I can calculate the displacement value, I will get it. How can I manage these two values? Because really, I know the weight of the drug and I know the bulk density factor. I can calculate the weight of displaced diluent. But really, that's not what I really want. I want really the complementary diluent. I can do just one step as a practical step, which is non-medicated capsule. If I get the non-medicated capsule, I can subtract non-medicated capsule without the shell from the weight of displaced diluent, and I get the complementary diluent.